What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gooner channel. And it finished Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. And all day long, I've been slightly anxious, excited in the way you are before a massive game. And that's the first thing I want to say is a massive thank you. I am very grateful that I am a fan of Arsenal and I get to watch this level of exciting game before Christmas. Something that really means something. And that takes an awful lot of hard work. So much goes into making a team successful. Now, do I think that we're running away with the league? No, obviously not. Do I wish we'd had enough about us to sustain that fantastic opening and maybe even get 3 points? Because it's been so long since we did get 3 points at Anfield. And yes, but the balance of the game, you have to say, we didn't just ride our luck. It was a rodeo out there. If Mo Salah's pass to Trent Alexander-Arnold hadn't bobbled at the last minute, there's a very good chance he would have slotted it home. They would have been 2-1 up. If Martin Odegaard's handball had been given, and I want to say on this, that the worst thing about handball at the moment is when you see it, you just don't know if it's a penalty or not. Because you see him given, you see him not given. Honestly, if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be really upset that Odegaard's handball in the area didn't count as a penalty. Because it does stop the ball. He does stop the ball with his hand and define unnatural position. Listen, it's a tough one. I'm glad it wasn't a penalty. It would have been harsh if we'd lost to a penalty under those circumstances. But if we'd lost, I don't think we could have really complained. A lot of people are going to be talking about after this is Zinchenko's performance and Martinelli's performance. But I think more important than their performance is the performance of the bench. He did bring on 2 players, but there's obviously a lack of trust from Arteta and the bench players. This is a squad game. So either we're going to strengthen in January because Kivior probably isn't good enough to have come on for Zinchenko, even when Zinchenko's having a bad game, which means he can't be good enough. I don't know. Well, there'll be time to talk about the transfers all January, I'm sure. Beyond that, there were some bad performances. There were also some good performances. Saliba was the man of the match. And it's a really interesting lineup. One side you've got Van Dijk, the other side you've got Saliba and the heir apparent. I think that Saliba is incredible for his age, his composure. I think that about Declan Rice as well. I thought Gabby Jesus had to come a bit deep, but I thought he played quite well. I think we were let down by the wings today. I felt all the way through that game that Martinelli wasn't focused enough or he wasn't just quite with it enough. And that's what it comes down to. But even with some underperforming players, we were able to come away from Anfield with a very credible draw. And it just feels good. You know, you have to go with how you feel about it. I'm glad we're top of the league. We've still got difficult away ties. There's no question about that. We still have to go to Manchester United, which is a difficult away tie. Might not be. You just don't know with them at the moment, or who's going to be in charge. We still have to go away to the Etihad, and I think you're always being hugely optimistic if you think you're coming away from that with 3 points. 1 point again there is probably what you'd expect. And, of course, Spurs, which happens, I think, in April. And there is a slim chance we could win the league at White Hart Lane. Or not White Hart Lane. We won the league at whatever it's called, the Beyonce go-kart track. There are positive signs to come out of all of this, and being champions is about lots of things, but if you whittle it down to its basic element, it's about being better than every other team. And up to this point in the league, that's us. And so that's going to make my Christmas dinner taste even better. There'll be time to do a proper forensic analysis of the game and look where it could have gone better for us and what really happened. But for now, immediate aftermath of the match, I'm just happy. I'm happy to be an Arsenal fan at the top of the league. And Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. The end of January will be a first full year. And I've loved pretty much every minute of it thanks to you guys. I'm going to be doing a video a bit later on with some of the best comments from the month so far. There's an absolute cracker in there. So do make sure you click the subscribe so you get notified of that. And until I see you again, be lucky!